welcome. Today on the podcast we have Fairly 40 and Fairly Caleb, as well as myself, Fairly Sundy.
Hey, look here, fucking.
Who is this?
I'm a
fella
virgin.
over
This
here?
is the podcast, the Virgin.
Yes.
Like a virgin.
Like a virgin. That's
Fairly
Madonna.
Dinkum's like a virgin.
Calm your tits.
Nah, I meant like Triple J's like a virgin, but this is Fairly Dinkum's like a virgin.
No, welcome. I've done a gaming session. We played don't.
And lads, that was off its head.
That was fucking incredible.
Last
Look,
video,
See,
if you
now,
wanna
if
think
you
last
haven't
video, yeah.
actually seen the video, just go look at our other videos. You know, like them, have a watch. You might have a laugh. You will have a laugh here and there.
There's one big one that like no one remembers, but I want everyone to like check out, and it's the Pondsmish video.
I feel like I have
Ooh,
seen
that was a while ago.
That was
man.
like
That's
nearly a
throwback.
year ago, man.
Well, there will be another Pondsmish coming up eventually, and it's going to be incredible. It's going to be a good time. There's going to be some games we might be able to film.
Yeah.
There's going to be fishing, drinking.
Who's Huts Down
drinking? Brody.
Fairly Brody's.
Fairly
Oh yeah, I
Brody's.
thought he had a pond down there.
Look, you drink, you have a laugh, you drink, you drink.
You keep drinking.
Eat.
You don't stop drinking.
You eat a little bit.
Actually, I have a good story about.
Well, we'll bring that up in a second, but
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure Fairly Sundy's first bloody virgin podcast, he wanted to show us something.
Yeah,
I bought beers.
That was
Ginger.
Oh,
Was
well,
it
fuck
actually?
it.
I'm actually
Jesus.
sponsored by
Jesus.
Crown
Oh,
Hotel.
you-
Wow.
I've got a shirt. Yeah.
Clay.
Anyway, they got probably the best pizzas I've ever up there with the best I've ever had. They are ridiculous. Oh man, they just change it up. Like they're not just basic like pepperoni and fucking meat lovers.
Actually, I have a few sponsors we can bring in that would be keen.
Talk about this a different time.
Tell us what we're
He's
about.
already ratted us. He's already ratted out our hometown, mate.
Demonetized.
Dude, there's probably more places called the Crown Hotel. Well, Mark's face is fucking bleeping that out, isn't it?
The
Yeah.
Crown.
Thanks, Mark.
The Crown in England. The Queen's King.
Yeah.
Crown in England,
the Crown
isn't it?
Hotel.
Yeah. What?
Anyway, I went to the
Hotel.
I went to the Bottle and got some. Well, I looked for the most obscure beers I could find and found.
Hey, just to clarify, the Bottle-O, that we have a lot of American viewers and people from overseas.
It's called Ginger.
Your alcohol store, I don't know if they have something for it.
7-Eleven.
Your any servo, any service station, gas station,
Anything, yeah.
well, our alcohol store that you can just drive up to is called a Bottle-O. Just clear that shit off.
Ginger Yowie, it's called.
Ginger
It's a
Yowie,
alcoholic
that's
ginger beer.
It looks like Sassy the Sasquatch.
It is a Sasquatch. That's why it's called the Yowie.
The Yowie is the Australian
Hawkesbury
Sasquatch,
Brewing
from my
Co.
understanding.
It's a Sydney company.
He is feeding a barra.
Bro, he's got tusk, and I know they gave him blue eyes, but he's fucking stoned.
Well,
out
I'm
of
the
his
only one
mind.
that's tasted it so far, and it is fucking amazing. So I recommend.
Dude,
love
there is
ginger beer,
there's
man.
just a skull with
Yeah,
a
ginger beer is
fucking
fucking-
musket on the
I saw
floor.
that, that's
Yeah,
so
wait,
cool.
ready, fellas.
It's wearing a bottle cork hat.
Oh no, that's pure Australia.
I rate
Pure
these,
Australian.
man. I
Wait,
rate
fellas,
these.
just be real quiet for a second.
ASMR video
No.
incoming.
That's good shit.
Ooh,
Yo,
they're
That's
pretty good.
nice.
They're pretty
that's
good.
fucking good. They're big tits.
Ooh, that's nice.
The three main ones are probably James Squires, Brookvale Union, and maybe Bundaberg Rum. But
This is nice.
in ginger
man.
beers,
Like,
but-
this is.
That is really good.
It's like almost got. I don't know about you.
Hey, what should you
Mine
pay for
tastes
that?
like a dusty ginger.
well, a shock to all the Americans, a 4-pack of these was $28. America would probably cost like $10.
Yeah, $10. Yeah.
America is
Wow, $28.
Even
man.
$28 for 4. Dude, if they had a carton of this, if I was having like a really like planned good night,
I get
I'd
sick
be,
of ginger beer.
I'd be on it.
Are we the most expensive country in the world for alcohol and cigarettes?
Probably
Without
not.
a doubt.
We'd be
Oh,
up there.
come on, man. Without a doubt.
Places illegal for alcohol.
Yeah,
out there.
Qatar. Where the soccer World Cup's in Qatar. There's actually drinking restrictions.
That would be such a shit World Cup.
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay, so let's change the question. A place that's where it's legal. Oh, I mean, if it's legal.
No, it's legal to have alcohol there, but there's restrictions.
There is
to it.
massive restrictions. Like, you can't get drunk, I don't think.
Yeah, fair
It'd
enough.
be like you can have 2 beers.
And the next one's actually 2026. So 2022 is in Qatar. 2 of my mates actually just booked flights and tickets.
What's the spacing between World Cups?
4 years.
4 years. Oh, like the Olympics.
Yeah, same. So
Yeah, it's like the
2026,
Olympics, but better.
2026 is actually Canada, America, and Mexico, which is a big questionable thing because having a World Cup in America is, with the current state of America.
Questionable, same as Canada and Mexico.
Canada, no,
No,
Canada's
Canada's a lot better. Mexico's just always
Canada's a good
been
country.
very,
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you, but did you not see like what was happening with the truckies like a few months ago?
No.
Well, you missed
With
out.
the
I didn't see
with
that.
the
I actually didn't see that
truckies.
either.
With the truckies.
What happened?
Do
Like
you
truck
remember
drivers.
what was going on here in Australia with the truckies?
Oh, no? Do you?
No.
Me and 40 don't.
Boys,
Boys.
you have some fucking news catching up.
What
to
was the
do.
go?
Yeah, what was the go?
People were like on strike because of mandates, and well, I'm not sure if it was the same here, but in Canada, all the truckies were going on strike because you either had to get vaxxed or you couldn't be going out of the country and back in. I believe you had to like isolate for like 2 weeks. If you had left the country as a truckie,
That's
like doing deliveries and shit, and coming back in, you had to. If you weren't vaccinated, you had to isolate for like 2 weeks.
But that's a
But
federal.
That's
Well, that's a state government. Yeah,
see,
I don't know.
see that.
That was
as
the
that
whole of
bad,
Canada.
though.
So it was a federal government thing. Yeah, okay.
I don't see
all
that
the
as that bad.
truckies, all the truckies in Canada, like on strike, man. They're like
See,
they were like protesting hardcore. They like went to like the main state building and like where Trudeau was like meant to be saying a speech like one morning, and they had to like security him up. Man. They had to remove him. They had to like move him away because it was just getting hectic. Like apparently
Yeah.
truckies were just gonna like ram the buildings and
What?
shit.
Look, I can understand the point of like, freedom to, vaccinate. Like you can do whatever you want. You can put whatever you want into your body. It's only the whole point of vaccination is, it's just a health benefit to you, right? You get COVID.
Well, the same as
You-
booster
Sure.
shot.
It's the same thing as like a fucking flu booster shot. If you do get it, you're going to be able to fight it off a lot quicker, or the symptoms won't be as strong because your white blood cells will have an understanding of what's fucking injected.
Well, that's
Well,
debatable.
yeah, no,
but
gotcha.
anyway, continue.
But look, I do understand the point of, it's their job. They can sort of choose if they want to get vaccinated. Traveling between country, yeah, sure, like Canada, USA, state, there shouldn't be a vaccination law between that, traveling state to state. Like, I can see it and I can't see it.
Really, it's whoever's choice. Like, sure, if they have to mask up or whatever, they got to mask up or whatever. People don't agree with that.
You obviously
too,
don't
but-
hear as much COVID anymore.
No, not anymore.
It's not as
There's
big as
a
the
few
thing.
ads about booster shots.
It's because when it first came out, it was a big
Symptoms.
scare because, fucking no one knew what the fuck was going on.
yeah, it was new. It was we were green, or everyone was green.
But
No
Yeah,
vaccine
now-
at the start.
now people are realizing like it's a fucking really shit flu, and now the new flu,
It's
It's
gonna
not
that's
that
getting
bad,
around.
man.
The new flu that's getting around is fucking just destroying people, man.
I'm more sick now, the last few weeks, which I'm assuming is just a cold,
then when you had COVID.
than when I had COVID, man.
Dude, I've had like a chest infection for like 4 weeks, man.
And, well, I know you got hit pretty hard by COVID.
COVID
And you're
fucked-
vaxxed. I'm not even
COVID,
vaxxed.
COVID fucked
not
me
vaxxed.
up for about 3 days, and then I was fine.
Yeah. But it hit you hardcore. Like, when I got it, I had like a sore throat.
I was
But when-
driving home, and then like I was nearly falling asleep, and my throat was aching that much. I'm like, to nearly like fall asleep while driving is like, holy fuck, like this is.
But when
I
you,
realized I was like, I just had COVID. That was it. I had COVID. Got tested positive. I was like, called it.
get the flu, not a cold. When you get the flu, you're bedridden, like the proper flu.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
your muscles ache.
Yeah,
Your
you-
fucking fevers.
You're nearly bedridden.
Yeah, exactly.
Same as when you have hardcore COVID.
I think I've honestly only had the flu.
I
like
think
the,
if you had like the Delta variant, the one before the Delta, because I think Delta's what we would have got.
Well,
yeah,
Because-
Charlie?
whatever.
No, it
alpha,
was,
beta.
Whatever was at our party that
Cameron.
we had, like that spread it. Everyone had that.
oh, everyone. I think everyone got it around when we got it, and like
The races.
I
Like,
think I only got it because I don't know who fucking brought it in.
I'm pretty sure we got it from a going away party, and I think myself, I think Brody was here too.
Brody was, yeah.
I think myself, Brody, and would have bought it here. And then
Yeah.
from us having that little shindig where we watched the podcast episode and drunk to it, I'm pretty sure that's when
It's
you got
weird
it as well.
because like it was just airborne. Like we weren't sitting fucking
I wasn't
cuddling
kissing
each
you.
other, but fucking
Yeah.
I brought it to Australia. I'm not gonna lie. I created Kevin.
Hey, as bad as it sounds, at the start of this whole COVID thing, like when it happened in
Have they put a name down to it?
To who it was.
To who actually
no,
started?
don't think they can
but
do
what
that
was that?
legally.
Wuhan, China, or whatever. Fuck
No,
it.
yeah, but there was someone
Dude,
who ate it
when
back.
they said right, oh, there's COVID, there's 20,000 cases in Wuhan, China, and it's most likely to spread. At the start, I said, lock the country down and shoot everyone.
Well, not-
Boy, wasn't I fucking right.
Probably can't put that on. But
You can't do that. Like, fair enough. Not fair enough. You shouldn't kill anyone. I'm just state that now. Like,
Okay.
you shouldn't kill anyone.
They do it anyway. So let's just
They-
let's just stop.
Wait,
Yeah,
you had more than 2 children?
You had more than one children.
No, that's not
child.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's only a one child limit.
not
Did
anymore.
they change that?
They've
Not
changed
anymore.
it. Yeah, you can. They can have as many people.
There was
as
a
they
point in China where you were only allowed to have one child.
Yeah, the one child. We did that in law. Yeah.
Want. Yeah, but that's changed now because they realise that they don't have enough population to look after older people.
But the population increase has been ridiculous. You look at
The population is
Not in
actually
China.
Oi,
no, in the world.
the population
sorry,
of the world has
World.
dropped.
We're overpopulated as it is.
It's dropped
But for what we should
by a
have,
fair few million. The
it's-
population has dropped.
We're still over 7 billion, high 7 billion.
Yeah, no, we've dropped to like mid 7 billion.
Yeah, I mean, right. We're nearly at 8 billion for a second.
Probably because all the Chinese people.
Yeah, we
just-
were nearly 8 billion, and then no, it wasn't just that.
man.
It was just people just weren't having kids, man.
Shout out to Chinese people in the.
Oh, well, that's fair enough. I mean, fair.
Shout out to Chinese people.
There's nothing wrong
China would
with
be a
kids,
good,
man.
No, but all rascals. I'm still a little rascal, and I'm
Can't-
not even
I
1 year old.
I love Little Rascals. What,
China would be a good place to visit. I feel if you follow the right.
Yeah, if you follow their communist
Same
rules.
as they reckon North Korea, man. As stupid as it sounds, they reckon that's a nice place to visit.
you're not allowed to wear a cross on your
Look,
neck, eh?
If you follow guidelines
you-
and tourist guides, and like obviously you can't take
Yeah,
photos
you
or
know-
whatever the rules
yeah,
are.
from
You
my
know why it's
understanding, you're not
good?
allowed to bring anything.
They reckon the
religious in.
food and everything.
If you're wearing a
incredible.
chain with a
You
cross
know
on it,
why it's
no.
incredible? Because they just try and show you that it's like a
Yeah,
great
they try to show
prosperous
you.
I've seen-
country.
Dude, I've seen a video where you think it's a like prosperous country, and they've gone over to this store. The store's painted. It's just a brick fucking wall
Yeah.
with a store painted on it. From a distance, you're like, "That's a big grocery
Did
store."
you ever watch that movie?
Get closer.
The
It's hollow on the
Interview?
inside. Yeah, it's the same
Yeah, the
shit.
exact
It's
same thing.
And it's like
There's that
that's,
fat dude like standing out the front of the store every day.
It's not even a fucking joke.
The movie.
Yeah, the movie, The Interview.
I don't know. I don't really watch movies.
It's got Seth Rogen and James Franco in it, and they go and they're like, James Franco's in it, like I don't know, a news presenter, and Kim Jong Un sees him like his show, so he invites him to North Korea to talk to him or something like that, and then the government gets involved and they want him to like poison him or something like that. It's
Yeah,
a pretty
right.
funny movie, but it got like
is a
banned
good
from
movie.
everywhere because every country was scared to put it out
Yeah.
because they were like, don't
Yeah.
watch it because Kim Jong Un's gonna say something.
Well, that's. Have you heard about the when South Park released their movie? It's long uncensored and long something and uncut. The movie's called
Yeah.
because they were supposed to they put like a slow word, and they weren't allowed to release it in cinemas, and it ended up being called long hard long and uncut or something, like obviously referring to
Yeah.
and
yeah.
it actually was able to be released, and then this people who released it to cinemas were like, oh shit, let's not release this, and then they couldn't actually take it back.
Oh, true.
I can't remember the name.
Long, hard, and uncut sounds about right.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Kim Jong Un, if you're watching,
Long,
subscribe.
Now I've got a question for you. I don't know if you remember, but you're talking about a little
Bigger, longer, and uncut.
Yeah,
So-
that's pretty
Lovely.
good.
That's
So
good
it was
That's
actually
comedy.
it was actually allowed to be released in cinemas, and then
They tried to pull
they
it back.
tried to pull it back
Yeah, right.
when they realized what the actual word was, because they changed it and then they weren't allowed. That was pretty popular. It's on Netflix. I think.
I'll have to look at that.
Bigger, longer, and uncut.
You
As you were
talking,
saying?
yeah, you're talking about little story you had from the old Ponsmish last year.
Ah, yeah, from the old Ponsmish. Man, so...
Did you go?
Yeah, I went out to Brody's hut a while back. It was quite a while ago, but fuck, it was awesome. And you'd go out there, you'd do a little bit of fishing. You'd fucking, most of the day, you're just lounging around, eating food, drinking and playing like beach cricket, like on the sand. You get a tinfoil ball as your fucking, as your cricket ball, and you're playing along. And I remember I went up, so he has his hut, and then he has like a little, like a wooden, just like a veranda on top of his hut, like covering the whole roof span of his hut pretty much. And me and Fairly Mark were up top, and we're there drinking, and Mark runs out of his fucking drink, and he calls out to Tim down the bottom on the sand. He's like, "Hey Tim, throw us up a drink." Tim's like, "Yeah, right." And he goes and he fucking tosses it up. And Mark goes to catch it, and his hands are like this, and his face is fucking in between it. This glass bottle has slammed him in the fucking lips, man. And I was like, "Oh shit!" And then he ends up like catching it on its way down. I was like, "You're good, Mark." And he looks at me. He's like, "Yeah," and smiles, and his teeth are just covered in blood. I'm like, "Oh fuck!"
Probably that point of drunkenness where you go.
Don't feel it, don't care.
Underneath his lip, I rolled his top lip up. It is just like a full split, like a decent deep split of his lip.
What do you do? Did he like bite the top of his lip with the bottom of his mouth or something like that?
No,
Or
it
you
was just
pushed that much up against it.
It was just
with the
forced
force?
that hard on his fucking mouth, man. It just
That's funny. Fucking hell.
Yeah, your pain, obviously, alcohol reduces pain.
yeah. Well, I tried to make sure he didn't drink any beer because the last thing he needed is a fucking yeast infection.
Well, it's like cutting yourself down the river and then pouring beer into it.
That's what we did to a mate of ours.
Yes.
We had like 8 of us on a 4-wheeler. Stupid.
Yes, we did.
But, there was like 3 on the back. No, there was 4 on the back, 3 at the front, 1 person driving. And father at the front, he fucking fell and got ran over on the 4-wheeler. His leg was fucking cut up. Us being young fellas drinking down at the river. What's his name? Oh, what do? You pour alcohol on it, don't you? We were young and we were all drinking beer, so we fucking just tipped a few fucking Great Northerns on his leg and
Didn't rock up to school that whole week. Yeast infection.
yeah, he didn't rock up to school. He had a
Holy.
fucking yeast infection.
Yep.
When he walked in, he looked so disappointed. He's like, "Yeah, they gave
think
me
he was
a
on
few
crutches,
needles
I
in my
can't
leg. I had a yeast infection." We're like, "Oh no!"
He was on crutches, I think. It was in his leg.
I can't remember if he was
I
on
think he
crutches or
wasn't.
not.
I think he was.
Jeez.
Fuck a yeast infection.
Well, that goes to show now you know what not to do.
No,
Yeah.
don't pour beer into
If-
an
if-
open wound.
Pour straight spirits on an open wound,
Yeah. Pure alcohol.
Yeah,
man.
pure alcohol.
not yeast.
Beer is yeast.
Yeah.
Beer is bread in a can.
Sure.
Debatable.
That's why.
Yeah.
No, that's why I have bacon, eggs, and beers.
Sugar bombs.
Sugar bombs.
Good game, Fallout 3.
Fallout 3 is great. I love the Fallout franchise, but they just got to do like a Fallout 4
Stick to the roots.
multiplayer,
Fallout
but like a 4-player multiplayer. Because when Fallout 4 after that, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're doing a Fallout multiplayer," and everyone's like, "Fuck yeah!" It's got to be like Fallout 4, and you can invite like 3 other mates and have a world like a Minecraft server or a Minecraft world, whatever. And then they brought out Fallout 76, and everyone's like, "Oh."
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
thank you,
disappointing.
Well,
Thank
the
you
way
for
you
this.
keep telling, like the way you keep explaining it to me is like exactly what you keep saying. It's just like public server.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to explain. I'd have to fucking show you to explain it, but they do need to make like just a Fallout 4
But what
open world.
was the largest, like, obviously Fallout has its straight view of, like, fans, like, Fallout fans. What's the, like, Fortnite was a game that's big to everyone, kids. What was the last biggest game, like, Fortnite? When was Fortnite released? Like, 20?
Minecraft.
Yeah, but Minecraft was released
I
a long
think-
time ago. The newest one's probably Fall Guys. Since it's been free, it has
Nah.
been
well,
booming.
Among Us.
Well, what was before?
Among Us probably was, yeah.
What was before
but it didn't last
Fallout?
long.
Neither
fucking
did Fall Guys,
Fortnite.
really.
But Fall Guys is back in at the moment
I
because
think
it's free.
before Fortnite, it would have been
PUBG.
yeah, PUBG.
And before,
PUBG
yeah,
was
See,
fucking
something-
up there, man.
PUBG.
A trend like Pokemon Go. Like Pokemon Go was massive.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
There's nothing big since probably Pokemon Go. I think anything like close would have been PUBG, then Fortnite.
But then Battlefield.
And since Pokemon Go, nothing.
Oh, not Battlefield. What's it called? The COD one. The fucking
Blackout.
Blackout.
Call of
Yeah,
Duty
yeah,
Mobile.
Nah.
See, there's
that was big.
even
didn't
since
hear much
Pokemon,
COD
about
Mobile goes hard.
even since Pokemon Go, there's been no big mobile games.
Not
Among
really.
Us.
Oh well, see, yeah,
Mobile games aren't a big thing.
that
anymore.
wasn't meant to be like as big as they fucking planned it, Because you look at it, it's like 2D.
Yeah.
You roll around.
It's
you-
fun.
It's fun, but they didn't expect it to like get pushed that much. Like
Hmm.
a few YouTubers played it, and then more YouTubers played it, and then fucking everyone's like, "Oh, this is a fun time." Everyone downloaded it, and then they just made a fucking absolute killer. Now
Mobile games aren't as big anymore. Like, look at Candy Crush, Cut the Rope, all them ages ago, but they were pretty popular between.
I have one mate that plays Candy Crush, and he's like in the levels of
Yeah.
thousands. Like
Clash
I
of
don't know how he
Clans
does
is
it.
one that's like will stick around for the test of time.
Minecraft will.
People still play Clash of Clans.
Minecraft will never die. I reckon I'll outlive Minecraft.
Minecraft 2? No.
They're round. The blocks are now
Yeah,
spheres.
it's spheres.
Could you imagine?
Triangulars.
It's called a prism.
Gotta work out your hypotenuse.
Minecraft at math.
Yeah, no thanks. I wouldn't buy it.
Cool math games.
Cool maths games. I'm not-
Bro, I went on that the other
Oh,
day
well.
to play chess. I got a good chess server. And,
You went on cool math games to play chess.
yes.
You know,
Actually, there's a chessboard on a buy.
There's a
PCs
100
just have chess.
Chess, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at a chessboard on a buy. It's $150, but fuck, is it nice?
3D printer. 3D printer.
It's carved stone.
I remember when
Ooh.
Yeah,
I remember
the
it's
pieces
nice.
are too. Yeah,
I remember at
it's really
school when they 3D printed the chessboard,
nice. Yeah,
chess pieces and chessboard. That was pretty fun. And we wanted to get that Connect 4 happening in the 3D printer, but the teacher never printed it.
we made
Oh,
it.
well. Connect 4
Mate,
hard for-
fairly
In a
fucking,
Cheney, the teacher said he could do it, but
fairly. Chris made a
Say his
fucking
name.
engine.
I mean, that's like a nickname.
Yeah, Cheney. We can say fairly Cheney.
he was on chains.
Well, we're going to continue this
Do not
conversation.
say Fairly Cheney. He's never coming on here.
Well, we're going to continue this conversation right after the short ad break, and we'll see you soon. Our new little drinking contraption, which we actually have a camera underneath, so you can see us pour shit. It's 8 liters, it's easy to throw. Bottle of rum, fucking bottle of Coke, bit of ice, fucking rum on tap. Easy
You should give him a little fucking right now. I know you're still drinking ginger beer, but you should grab a bloody cup and
Just give him a little.
give him a squeeze of
There we go.
the under rum camera.
Under
Rum and a Jack Daniels. Glass.
Here is the under rum.
And Jack Daniels bar mat. Yeah.
And Jack Daniels bar mat, but yeah, sure, it's Jack Daniels.
You should have sat it on top of the camera. How do you like that, viewers? For anyone that's not watching, we have a GoPro sitting directly underneath the tab.
Because we
Quite-
have money, apparently. We can afford
We just got
GoPros.
GoPros all over the room. It's just everything.
Fuck, you wouldn't
Actually,
even believe
Every
how many-
square inch of the room is GoPro.
This is fucking
Yeah,
Chris.
this isn't fun. This is
It's,
actual.
yeah, GoPros.
We have Chris Hansen's team everywhere in this room.
Hi, I've seen that you're talking to a 12-year-old girl.
See, he got like
Do you know how old she is? She said she was 18. She's actually 10. Nah, she's lying.
I seen one episode where the bloke was like, "Oh, I came here for an interview."
With this kid.
It was like a house. It's like he thought of it. No, he acted like he didn't know what was going on and just like said he got an email to come to this house for like an interview.
Imagine like someone knew what they were doing, and
It was
they
just,
like
like-
knew that they were getting like fucking duped by him. So they
Just to
sent
meet-
someone else to the house,
Yeah, just to meet
to
him.
go to an interview.
Just to meet Chris Hansen.
But they'll build a case against you
Oh.
when you actually go to jail.
Oh, like, can you go to this house for me? I got something for you to pick up. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
And then
exactly
next minute,
like that.
there's fucking SWAT team there.
yeah. Oh yeah, I was here.
I'm Chris
I was
Hansen.
here for a
What?
job interview.
What'd you do? I don't know.
I got an email. It told me to be here at this time.
Fucking email. What if he was like telling the truth?
Yeah, what'd you say? Hi, I'm Chris Hansen.
And this is Dateline ABC.
What the fuck are you doing? I'm here to pick up a package. Do you know how old this girl is?
Oh.
What fucking girl?
No, he's like,
I'm here to
Yeah.
get something for my friend.
And it's like, man, I was just told to pick up a couch. Do you want the $50 or
I
not?
literally have the Facebook Market page.
Yeah.
Fucking messages here, bud. What are you on about? Can't be tits.
That's fucking great. Do you play chess, Sunday?
He does.
Yeah, I'm known to be the best in the world. I beat Magnus Carlsen once. I'm all right.
I did an assessment
Look,
on him.
man, we've got a few different people for this chess night.
We do.
That's great. We should get
Oh,
that
I
started.
won't beat any of you. I'm not brilliant.
Oh, you can verse me then.
I know where the
He's
He's not
defensive
great,
too, so he's nothing against
Oh.
fucking Jazz.
We're
Fairly
all
Jazz.
defensive
No,
players.
I'm attacking.
No, you're not. I've
defensive
played
player.
you. You are
Yeah,
fucking
back in school.
defensive. Are you attacking now?
Yeah, I'll just get my queen and run after cunts.
Oh, you're right. He could go against Jazz.
He could go against.
I mean, he
Jazz.
said that he's not great, but I think he's lying because he goes offensive. Anyone that's like good goes offensive.
You can't. I'm not. You need to be good to play defensive. I feel if you're offensive, you can just create upsets.
I wouldn't call myself good.
Because
Yeah,
people are like,
neither do I.
where you've got a queen in my half of the map, I've got no idea what to do.
Oh, well, then you just
Some people,
silly.
like a rookie, like average players, don't know how to react to that. Most average players are good against bad players because they play so defensive. I feel.
Yeah, I'll see that.
I mean,
See,
we should get it started, man. We should
Hon-
get a
honestly-
few games in with different people, and it'd be good, I think.
my technique, if I'm playing defensive, is I'll go for a bishop snipe, like an early checkmate.
That's called offensive.
Well, when will be the next big piss up?
No. It is defensive because
Great
I'll
question.
keep a wall and just move what I need to just to get in line to snipe you.
Like everyone from the Fairly
Sure,
crew.
everybody. That's never happened.
From the Fairly crew.
Yeah. I mean, probably the 1 year anniversary. September.
September.
I love it.
Like you've got how many people? Fairly Mark, Fairly Smithy,
Oh, there's so
or Fairly
many of them.
Brody. Sorry.
Fairly Mark, Fairly Brody, Fairly Dildo, Fairly Veranda, or Caleb, Fairly 40, Fairly
Connor.
Sunday,
Connor,
Connor's the chess master.
Fairly
Tolly,
Connor.
Fairly
He's
Ashley.
not really in any videos yet, but Fairly Jazz, I guess.
I mean,
Dylan?
Yeah, he's in like
He
a
will be.
mock-up video.
Yeah, that's Fairly Dildo.
Oh, okay. Tolly, Ashley.
Yeah, Tali. What? That's like 9 already.
That's a
Man, I
fair
told you,
crew.
fucking big crew.
What about that fishing? Who was that?
Oh, Terry, big Tezza.
Oh,
Does he live here?
Terry's a mad cunt.
Yeah,
I went to gym with him. He was mad.
Terry.
That's 10.
that's a big crew.
trying to think of us. Oh,
Big Balaki. Yeah, he come on an episode.
yeah, I seen that. That was the last podcast. I think
That's
It was.
11.
Yeah, it was.
God damn. Holy fuck.
That's crew, man.
that would be a good fucking.
We were
piss up.
thinking for the 1 year we were
cash
gonna
in
do,
the
we're gonna cash in the stuff, but we're gonna do like a live stream as well at some
We
point
have-
during that time.
yeah with the camera.
All right, we're the tins for viewers at home. We have that many tins of alcohol like this,
Hey.
you know.
Where's the bloody
We could probably get a
bottle,
couple of
bottle
cards.
cup bucket?
Hey,
Where's the bottle cup bucket?
It's outside.
where is it? Oh, we're not bottle caps tonight. We're not bottle caps.
Restart.
So, fucking.
Hey, Ashley's not here.
Hey.
Can't. But the fucking how good that would be. Everyone playing pool, chess, fucking
Yeah, man.
every cunt.
Yeah, well, we could do it tomorrow, but fucking, you can't, can you?
I've got nothing on.
We'll see. We'll see what we do.
That's Clay we're talking about. Clay's never keen for anything.
3-day bender.
I'm surprised you were ringing me about the podcast today.
Yeah, I
You've
was-
never rung me
I
about
was
the
keen
podcast.
You
for
always
a
ring
potty.
Yeah.
I was keen for a potty. And
He
even
rang
when
me.
you do ring me,
Oh,
you
maybe
can
he
never
rung
get
me like once or twice before, but
He rang me.
yeah, he was keen. He was down. He's like, "Yeah, man. Oh, what are you doing?" At like 3:30, I was still like busy, like whacking
Yeah, I haven't
screws
rang.
into,
I haven't rang
walls.
Sunday. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh no." Then I was like, "So, you game for the potty?" He's like, "Yes."
Clay rang me and said, "Do you want to build a snowman?" No, he didn't actually say that.
So that sounds like something that he'd do. So I wouldn't be.
Is that
surprised.
actually the Frozen's a good movie?
Oi,
Sure.
not gonna lie. So me and my brother, we fucking made fun of like Frozen forever, man. And then one day, like while just a few years ago, pretty much when Frozen first came out, we sat down and watched Frozen, and we're like, "Cunt, that was such a good movie."
Have you heard the
I haven't
conspiracy?
seen
Of,
it.
you heard the conspiracy of why they call it Frozen?
Oh, why they call
there's
it Elsa?
ice.
Is that what you mean?
No.
Oh,
It's when people Google like Disney Frozen, it comes up with the movie Frozen rather than them freezing Walt Disney's body.
what do you mean, like Disney Frozen? Is like
When
for
someone
some-
Googles Disney Frozen,
yeah,
it comes up with the
I think
movie.
it's just his head, isn't it? That's
No,
Frozen?
it's his full body.
Is it?
Yeah, they froze his body, so people wanted to like Disney, the company, must have not wanted people to
See,
know he was frozen.
you know,
Ah.
so it comes up with the movie on Google
you know, they
searches.
can't really use him anymore.
Yeah.
Well, because the whole
Well,
point
not
of the
at-
whole
not
point
at
of
this point in
freezing
time.
someone, right, is to be able to freeze someone so their body can like endure that long distance of like
They can't come back
not
to
being
life.
able to die, but you got to be able to freeze them in a way where their blood, like their
Yeah.
their blood cells don't explode.
We don't have the
There's water
science.
within
Yeah, we don't have the
science for that.
technology yet
Yeah,
to
we don't
do
have
that
it.
sort of stuff. But I'm sure in like 100 years,
In Family Guy, they
don't
can.
know.
Well, you can't really. It wouldn't be a thing of freezing. It'd be a chemical composition because freezing is below, below 0 degrees Celsius, which is going to start freezing blood cells over time, and the water
it's
within
not-
inside is
yeah,
going
yeah,
to
it's not the
crystallize.
blood cells; it's the water inside the body.
Yeah, the blood
The
cells.
water-
If the blood cells, if all of them explode, they're no longer blood cells. You got no blood in you. That's
It's not just that, but it expands everything because water expands as it freezes. So
you turn fat.
yeah, you'd swell up. But in saying like what I was saying, like what Sunday was saying too, is that we don't have the technology now.
I think it's not going to be a thing of freezing. It's going to be a thing of chemical,
Oh, probably like now.
Like, how you see, specimens dropped in that fucking preservative liquid. It's going to be something like that, but, in a different chemical sense in which they can preserve bodies.
Yeah, now like during our lifetime, it'll probably be something like that. But in the future, they'll figure out how to defrost a body
Yeah, right.
with bringing it back to life. I believe
Yeah.
there's always things being discovered. They'll figure it out.
Well, they fucking, in Syria a few years back,
Got
They
bombed.
they got a fucking woolly mammoth, and they drilled into it, and the body was that well preserved. When they drilled into it, the heat from the fucking drill ended up it started oozing blood. That's how well preserved this fucking woolly mammoth
Yeah,
was.
right. So it still had blood in it.
It's probably the best preserved fucking.
Was it
Not
frozen?
anymore. It's got a fucking drill hole in it.
Nah, but like they had to do that to extract it. Man, it's still got like skin on it. You can
It's a
still
woolly
see the
mammoth
face
with a
and shit.
hole in it.
Non-natural hole.
Yeah, they got holes already.
Imagine they brought it back to life and it just starts pissing out
Well,
blood. And it,
what they're
doesn't know
planning
how
to
this
do is
hole come-
because anything over 500,000 years, you can't really extract DNA from. But so with this woolly mammoth, what they're going to do is they're going to take the DNA and then they're going to put it into the closest relative, which is, I think, a white elephant. And then,
White African.
yeah. And
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah,
White
yeah,
African elephant.
white African elephant. And then what they're going to do is, it's just a thing of putting that DNA into an egg, then it bursts, and then they're going to put the DNA into that egg, and it's going to give birth to the DNA into that egg, and that just consistency of like generational growth is going to try and bring back the woolly mammoth.
I'm pretty sure they have the technology now. I'm pretty sure what I saw
They do have the
was
technology.
that they
They're
were just going to
working on
take
it
the DNA
right now.
out and they were going to resynchronize it that it can
But
fit
it's-
into an embryo of the white African elephant.
But you got to remember, yeah, they're doing it right now.
Yeah.
They've already started the process, but
Yeah.
you got to remember, it's not a thing of like you put the DNA in, woolly mammoth's going to come out. No, it's a thing of like it's just got to be consistency
Yeah.
until that
you're
DNA
right.
ends up lining up more towards that woolly mammoth side.
Yeah, it's
like
a slow process.
that genetic blueprint within the DNA.
Yeah, that next, it won't be an elephant. It'll be 1/10 mammoth elephant, and then
Until-
it'll be
Yeah,
as you
yeah.
keep feeding it DNA.
Which would be fucking awesome. If I could see a woolly mammoth in my lifetime, I'll be happy.
Well, I mean, technically,
I've got.
they could just
I've
go
photos.
straight woolly mammoth, like not straight woolly mammoth. But if they like, you can.
You'd have to play with a lot of genetics there.
Well, I mean,
And like,
what's there to lose? I mean,
you also
that's
got
what
to
they're
look,
doing now
but
anyway.
you also got to look at the risk of birth as well.
Playing
So
with genetics is dangerous in itself.
if you throw that into say a white African elephant, you got to look at what they can birth, how it how it actually fucking the process of while it's in the womb, how it survives and shit. That could have changed over the years. So you're risking that like the life of the fucking elephant side as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Playing with genetics is dangerous, but yeah.
Yeah, let's bring back zombies.
Like, it's Call of Duty.
Yeah, cunt.
Call of Duty comes out in October.
It'll be a good.
September?
It'll be a good
Another
game.
one.
I
Yeah,
think-
Modern Warfare Remastered or Modern Warfare 2 or something.
I think this is
Remastered.
a new Modern Warfare.
Another
it's
new
like a new
Modern
Modern
Warfare.
Warfare.
Didn't they just bring out a new Modern Warfare like last year? Or
I
the
think
year
they
before?
did the
Nah,
remaster of
Call of
2.
Duty Vanguard, they remastered 2.
Yeah. I want
But,
them to
but that
when
was
they
like
remastered too, they didn't do the whole
It
fucking...
wasn't a full game. It was with the Infinite Warfare thing.
They didn't do the the mode where you fucking try and
It's a bundle.
survive. Like how you have to like kill a juggernaut at the 5th round or
Yeah.
7th round or whatever and fucking this and that. They got rid of that.
I didn't think that was in number 2.
Pretty sure it was number 2. Was that 3?
Number 3 they had that.
Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, they
Yeah.
got
That
rid of
was a good
something
game.
out
I
of
read
it.
I
it.
love number 3, yeah.
Modern Warfare is underrated. Like the
Oh, yeah.
campaign is incredible, I reckon.
Most Advanced Warfare is probably Call of Duty Ghost. I've always said is fucking underrated.
You see, the guns
You
out
disagree.
of Ghost is probably the best selection
guns,
of guns
yeah.
ever.
The maps are terrible.
But everything's fucking grayscaled and Ghost. That's
Yeah,
what I don't
yeah,
like.
it's
There's
black
no
and white.
color.
It's
Yeah,
black and
it's
white.
just black and white, man. It's
Not the
fucking-
whole game.
Yeah.
It's
just-
not actually black and white. But
It's grayscale. Like everything's dull.
it's
like,
dull. Yeah, dull maps. Where like Black Ops 3, like it's just bright and colourful. Fucking water parks and shit. Other maps.
Yeah, it's a bit vibrant.
Black Ops 3 was probably
It's underrated.
the funnest Black Ops multiplayer. Zombies was fucking incredible too.
In terms of fun, I enjoyed Black Ops 3 the most out of any Call of Duty, probably.
Campaign wise, number 1.
Nah, yeah.
Zombies, number 2, I reckon. And then I reckon multiplayer is 3 for me. It's very fucking spread out in that direction. The campaign, I think if they remastered 1, it'd be good. The multiplayer on 1's still fucking good. It's just very, that new gen of sort of COD, like online. Like you can see that.
Zombies fans are very directed towards zombies. They won't play much else.
See, I'll play
They won't play
a
multiplayer.
campaign before I play multiplayer because you play multiplayer
And you
and
don't
it's
know
cool to see the maps.
The maps,
are like,
yeah.
it's like, oh wow, this relates to this fucking scene that
Yeah,
was
the
played
scene.
in the game. Like, I always
It's all
found that.
relation.
Also, you get an understanding of the guns, so that way you're not just some fucking, you're not just gonna get your ass eaten
Google it.
down on fucking, I don't know, playing GDM like
Which gun is the best? Google.
Vespa in Black Ops 3 before they
Before they
nerfed it. When
nerfed
it
it.
first came out.
It was
The
the best gun
Vespa
in Call
was
of Duty
it
history.
was stupid. So it's the fastest firing. Is it the far? I think it's the fastest firing
in
SMG
history.
in
could-
COD history, but
Had no recoil.
it had no recoil when it first started.
No recoil.
and you just slaughtered cunts. It
Yeah.
was incredible.
It wasn't actually. It wasn't no recoil. It was just fuck all recoil.
Slight. It was like
Well, the ICR one actually, you probably might remember it. Black Ops 3.
yeah.
ICR one actually had zero recoil. Like it.
The M8A7 was
I believe I read that the ICR one had zero recoil. It was an AR. It was it was a good gun, but fuck.
I remember I got a 5-piece with one bullet.
BMR? No, wait.
The Civigaloo, the SVG.
Oh, the
100.
SVG. Nah.
The Civic
And you got a
Galoo.
hit marker on the 6.
Yeah, I got to hit my on the
Fuck
6 gun.
off.
So I should have fucking recorded.
You had the
it
whole
too.
team in front of you. Fuck off.
No, in front of me. No. So, all right. So there's
Yeah,
all right. There's a map on Black Ops 3. There's
So the whole
there's a
team
red
just
bar
ran in
and a
one
white
fucking
house.
line.
They went into the White House, and I've gone upstairs.
Yeah, I know
and
what
I had
you're
an
talking-
SVG 100 with thermal cunt. I've got up the top. I've aimed at this window because everyone goes there. I've sniped. I've taken out 5 of the team members, and I had a head marker at the end.
Like the Pharaoh with fucking recon.
You laughed at me, but
And
I
the
fucking
BMR.
I clutched that
Or the
game. I
Dingo.
saved your ass,
The
cunt.
BMR of the Dingo, you got like a fucking nuke nearly.
Actually, I was one off a nuke. I'm pretty sure. I got
They
like
just
a 24
lined
in a
up.
row.
That was stupid. That was that fucking ice map.
The final kill cam, man. I think I pushed like 20 kills
Yeah, I
into
do
the
remember.
final kill cam.
Yeah, that was
like
fucked.
in the cam.
You sat there in scope, just looking at their spawn somehow.
fucking slaughtered
And
because
you had 400 fucking bullets in your mag.
they weren't allowed to spawn anywhere else because the end goal, like you have to guide this. You have to guide this robot to the end goal. And the robot
Yeah.
was near the end goal, and they could only spawn at the end
What
goal.
was that
So I
called?
was like, boom, boom, boom. It's like because it was a
I can't remember
3-shot
what
kill
it's
at that
called.
rate, man.
I can't remember what that was
And I
called.
was distancing the cunt.
Yeah, Black Ops 3 was good. Good times.
It was great. We had a lot of laughs with that. I think maybe we could do some multiplayer streams at some point, which would be fucking good. Like it'd be a good.
Yeah,
laugh.
boys, buy capture cards.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting another one now. They got the PS5. I have to be able to capture
4K?
in 4K.
Yeah. No, we'll do 4K.
Do you see-
definitely. We need another camera as well.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So expensive, this place.
So you got that in one day, that PS5?
What do you mean one day?
No,
I ordered it last week.
Last
Okay,
week,
last
but
week.
still, that's pretty quick.
They come from
You can order it from-
Victoria.
You can order it from Harvey Norman, eh?
Yeah, but that probably takes into like 2 weeks to
2
get
weeks.
here.
It took ages.
Dude,
yeah.
but 2 weeks to get here.
Right.
Cunts have been waiting months for a PS5.
I got to
Yeah,
phone.
but you got to be in and on the book, man.
You just got to walk in and say, "Can I get a PS5?" They're like, "Yeah, sure," and you'll get it in 2 weeks.
Who's that?
No,
Harvey
that's
Norman.
not a given.
Yeah, Harvey Norman. Everyone I've
Yeah,
talked
That's
to
not a
has
given, man.
no.
it's not.
Everyone
I
I've
waited-
talked to.
I waited 3 months.
Everyone 2 weeks. and
Everyone
it's
you've
spaced.
talked to, what's that? 3 people?
I have more than 3 friends.
I'm not saying you have more than 3
I waited.
friends.
I waited
Like,
3
not
months.
more
for
than-
I
Harvey
think
Norman.
about 6 people.
But
6 people reckon 2 weeks.
I was out of town, so I couldn't grab it. So
Oh.
you need to get it within 24 hours.
I
or else it
remember-
goes to the next
Oh,
person.
true.
Need it goes to the next person on the list. Yeah,
I was
because
gonna-
you don't
really?
pay for
Wow.
it. You just order it,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah,
goes. If you don't get it within 24 hours, like I was in McCoy. I
Do
think.
you even put a deposit on it?
No, you don't put a deposit on it.
You just ask for
You just
it.
put your name down. As
Well,
yeah.
what's the worst case scenario? Don't buy it. Some cunt will walk in and see it and be like, "I'll take it right now."
Yeah, like,
Yeah, well, that's
Like,
exactly what happens.
it sells itself.
it was about 3 months, and I was away out of town anyway. And I said I couldn't make it, and they said, "Oh, unfortunately, it goes to the next person in the list. We'll put it down for the next. You'll put your name down for the next order, sort of thing."
Yeah.
And I didn't want one at that stage because I have my PC and all that. So
Yeah.
Rah.
I don't feel the need to get one at the moment. There's a few good like
I don't.
games on it, like
I wanna.
PlayStation only games.
I wanna up my fucking.
That's the only
console.
reason I have one.
What games? Like Spider-Man,
Spider-Man, God of War come out soon.
God of War. Yeah, well that's on PC now.
Not number 2. Number
Oh,
2
the
comes
new
out
one.
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God of War is that incredible of a game. The newest God of War, like I got the chance to play. The difference between the cutscenes and the game, you don't know.
Seamless, yeah.
Yeah, you don't know. You're just like you smash this cunt into a few logs after he tried to fight you,
And then,
and then
cutscene, man.
he's running towards you and you're doing nothing. It's like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then
And
you're
then
like,
you gotta be like,
oh, I
oh.
can move.
Shield.
God of War.
Insane game. Yeah, I can't wait for number 2 to come out. They've got it now on the PlayStation Store listed as releasing 2022, which I'm very happy about because I thought it was going to get
The new
delayed.
Sons of the Forest comes out soon on Steam.
I
Sons
think
of the Forest.
the game
sequel
I'm
to The
keen
Forest.
for.
Oh, have you heard about the Forest?
I've clocked the forest like 3 times.
The Forest is the greatest game ever made.
It's not. You kill cannibals and
Ashley, put the gun down. The Forest is the greatest game I've ever played.
put the gun down.
It is phenomenal. Tell your friends about it.
We have a thing here. Ashley loves the Forest.
The Forest is the greatest
The
game ever
greatest
made.
game ever.
Borderlands 2 is
I
the
wouldn't-
greatest game ever made.
I wouldn't go as far to say as it's the forest is the greatest game of all time. It's fun, but
Yeah, it's alright.
I think there's only 2 games I'm keen for. As of lately,
Zelda
like,
Breath of the Wild too.
Zelda Breath of the Wild 2,
Yes,
right? I will
definitely.
be getting their best edition as well as
Collectors.
the continuation of Jedi. Well,
Fallen
it's not
Order.
Fallen Order. It's called like Jedi Survivor. The next game that's coming out next year, 2023. But I will also be getting their largest edition.
Is there an official release date for Zelda?
Nah, I think you're looking at around November.
Oh, you know what I found out?
Tell me.
You should
Tell me.
probably actually get onto. Was it you that was talking about the Skull and Bones Ubisoft game? The one that's like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but the ship bit, like the ship side of it
No, that wasn't me, but I remember
might have been Connor.
talking
On Switch.
about it. Yeah.
on everything. They delayed it. It's been in I don't know, limbo for like since Black Flag came out like 10 years ago. I heard that they're actually showcasing a bit of it tomorrow at like a big Ubisoft event.
Black Flag was 2014, so 8 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Dude,
think it was.
not gonna lie.
I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan. So.
I
I
am
love
a
Black
massive
Flag.
Assassin's Creed fan.
Yeah,
I haven't
you're
played
huge.
Valhalla yet, sadly.
I
Well, I
have.
got the PS4 man. That's what I've been waiting
I've
for
clocked
to play.
everything but
I
Valhalla.
bought you the Valhalla album.
Yeah, but that means I have to buy it.
The Eivor.
He actually
Pop
bought
bottle.
me a pop of
Oh,
like
true.
Valhalla. Yeah,
Yeah, Eivor.
it's
right.
so dope. Honestly, so all right, Origins is the best fucking Assassin's Creed ever made because it's just that quick to the story, but it's also spaced out in a good sense. Great story, side missions.
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
about 25 out 30 hours to complete, which is probably better.
I think
A good time.
I think Rogue is behind it, and then Syndicate. Not gonna lie,
I disagree.
a lot of people don't like
Did
Syndicate.
you ever play Black Flag?
I have played Black Flag.
Wow.
Black Flag is incredible.
I actually have Black Flag on Switch.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you
They
played
released 3 Assassin's Creed on Switch until I seen one the other day. They released the Ezio trilogy, I think. But they
Oh yeah.
up until then I have the first 2. They released the Assassin's Creed 3 remastered, one the American Revolution, and it was separate game. and then the Black Flag was in the same disc as the Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's a
It's a
2 for 1. It's like a downloadable content.
Have you got the chance to play Rogue?
Oh, I haven't played the Rogue.
It
Black-
is. I reckon it is incredible.
It's
because
quick. It's like 9-10
because-
hours.
Yeah,
The
I heard that it
Assassins-
wasn't as good as
Wait.
like any of the others.
It's different because you play as a Templar.
Some people say it's different, but I reckon it's probably up there for some of the best.
It turns it
Because
upside
you're
down.
starting off with the Assassins, and the Assassins, fighting the Templars for so many years, they've decided they might be able to use this power for themselves, and they started destroying some cities and shit, man. And fucking, you go from an assassin, like a learning assassin, to joining the Templars, man, and killing assassins.
Yeah, right.
And the story is great. The story is incredible. Wouldn't change the world. Based around the 1700s, you go to like North Atlantic and shit, like
Yeah,
where it's nice and cold. And
I don't know how I felt about them games on Switch. AC3 was
On-
good because
on-
it was its own game.
look, you're looking on Switch, man. You play that on console. You're still
I've
looking.
played it on PC.
You're still looking
That's
at
so
like,
rude, man.
dude. You're still
Not
looking at
calling
like
a Switch a console.
Max. No. Hear me out.
Well, Switch is probably one of the better consoles
regardless,
of
you
all
can
time.
play it on a
Yeah.
fucking
But it's a
PS5.
portable console.
You're still only going to be able to play the game on fucking 720p, man. Like, it's only rated so fucking high. It actually look.
It gets upscaled, but sure.
I've seen EV Games have a deal. I only have the Switch. You have the OLED, but it's if you trade in your old Switch, you get the OLED for $199.
That's worth it.
Really?
That is actually worth it.
Yeah.
Is it though? Because
I'll
I
pay-
heard the OLED's worse.
What?
No, it is. It shits on the normal.
I'm pretty
Switch.
sure it's got.
I give you my Switch
Ba-
for
the
a week,
same
and it will
battery.
change your life.
Pretty
It will
sh-
change your life.
You,
Screen's way bigger. And more, like
Yeah,
that
from the-
But you only had a
OLED.
Switch Lite.
yeah, you only had a light. We've all got a normal Switch.
I've played
got
the
a
normal
normal
Switch.
Switch, yeah.
I've used the normal Switch.
It's the same
The
size.
screen, no, the screen's bigger.
I can't justify paying
Screen's
$200.
way bigger because
No, I've heard it's worse.
the
I think
screen is edge to edge.
yeah,
Normal Switch isn't.
same screen size though.
No, bigger. It's
Pretty
bigger.
sure
I can look this up. and show
Still,
you
I can't
right now.
justify
It's bigger.
$199.
I've heard it's worse because I think you get OLED screen burning, and I think the processing's still the same, and the battery's the same
Well, how often do you pause it on the same screen for an hour?
all the time.
I don't do that. I'll put it in a sleep mode.
I don't. I could fall asleep playing Switch, man.
You have
It's good
You
game
have
to
fell
fall
asleep
asleep
playing
playing on.
Switch. Actually,
Yeah,
no.
you've seen me play. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
the
yeah,
Switch.
yeah. That was a Switch.
Yeah.
That was a fun game. I got to download that.
Breath of the Wild's
What was it
already-
called? The one where you ride bikes and shit.
Guts and Glory.
Guts and Glory. I gotta buy that.
But see, Assassin's Creed and Breath of the Wild aren't games you can probably fall asleep to. Games like you can fall asleep to are probably more like Mario Kart or Mario Odyssey. Games that aren't as intense. Not that Breath of the Wild is always intense. It's pretty chill. But then, you wouldn't want to fall asleep
It's
in Breath
too
of the
chill,
Wild.
man.
Yeah. In the game wise, you wouldn't want to fall asleep.
It's so
No,
chill,
yeah.
but there's always so much to do. Like you can be
Oh.
running for a bit, and then just you'll come across some like broken fucking down buildings and
I've
shit,
finished-
and then there'll be fucking. Oh well, that's a pretty big boulder, and you walk over to the boulder, then it climbs out of the fucking ground. It's like, hold your fucking horses, you can't.
I think I finished Breath of the Wild, and I still had at least 8 to 10 of those
Ruins.
ruins to do. Still.
When you
must
complete
have
all the
fuck
ruins, you get like a giant ruin in the middle.
Dude, I must have like
Apparently.
2 ruins to go.
I haven't done it, but the joy of Breath of the Wild is there's no actual storyline you have to follow. It's just
Not
there is a
really.
story.
Yeah, there's a story, but it's just sort of like
You don't.
go
I
and
didn't.
do what you want, and then
You can beat fucking
Story
Ganon in.
just-
You can beat Ganon in 10 minutes if you want, or you can beat him in 10 hours.
technically. I mean, you definitely got to level yourself up to verse him, but
Yeah. Well, there's speed runs, but yeah, it's like Elden Ring. The Elden Ring speed runs fun.
I reckon that was fucking bullshit. Right. So the end of Breath of the Wild. So I sort of went around and played a fair bit of it. By the time I got to Ganon, I did the 4 big fucking, what do you call them?
I forget what they're called.
The
but
fucking-
yeah,
the creatures that
the
help,
creatures, yeah.
The mythic.
Well-
are they mythical?
Yeah, well, if you do
Nah,
that,
there's a
his
name.
health
Divine
goes,
Beast. Divine Beast.
Yeah,
Divine Beast.
Divine
Divine
Beast.
Beast.
Yeah.
So if you get them, his health goes down. Well,
We're
I'm going to
back.
continue this.
After the ad break.
So the thing I didn't like about the end was, so you get all the divine beasts, and then you go to face Ganon, and his health bar already drops by fucking 50%. And then now, so if you play the game a fair bit, you'll get these things called bomb arrows. These arrows are fucking OP. You're not supposed to have too many, but I played a fair bit around,
It's like
and I got
ancient.
a lot of fucking bomb arrows. I took no damage that entire boss battle because I smacked the cunt with bomb arrows, and then you go to a cutscene where you get this fucking light bow, and then you're just smacking this cunt with the light bow. It's hard to get actually fucking hit while trying to do this, like the end part of it. And then you just kill him and finish the game. It's like
Or you kill him and then he comes back.
You don't
And
kill
then
him
you
again.
kill
Well, I
him on
mean,
the
you
horse,
kill
don't
him.
you?
His health bar
He's
depletes,
on the
and then he comes back.
Yeah, and then you go to the light. You get the light bow and shit, and that's when you fucking finish. But
Yeah.
I took no damage there either. It was like I faced harder bosses in the game than the actual fucking ending. But then again, I used a lot of my powerful shit.
Yeah,
right at
you
the
use
end.
like all your divine beast skills or whatever you call them.
Dude, I didn't even use that. I used bomb arrows.
Oh yeah, like lightning and shit.
I had like fucking 200 bomb arrows. I was like, pop, pop, pop. I didn't even go through 100 of the cunts. I don't think I even went through 50 of the cunts. They're just OP to the max.
Ancient arrows are another one, but you can only get them from drops.
Yeah, oh no, you can make them at some point, but you have to
Expensive
kill
as
off
fuck.
fair few guardians, and then you have to have some coins.
I thought you could only use ancient arrows to kill guardians. I thought that's how that worked.
No,
No,
I think
no,
it does
no,
a lot
no.
of damage against them.
But
Like
The
I
cool
thought it
part-
stunned them. But
cool-
anyway,
Could.
cool thing was
Okay.
that ancient guardian armor. If you get enough fucking scrap of a ancient guardians. Wow. Taxi. Nah, fucking. You get enough fucking.
I've heard that too much. Taxi. I'm sort of getting sick of that now. eh?
You hit taxi when you accidentally knock a drink over. It's like, I'm gonna fucking king hit you when you
Seriously, kill you.
But yeah, you kill enough guardians, you get enough parts and shit. You get this thing called like ancient guardian armor. Like you pay for it and shit, and it's like you face an ancient guardian, the damage you take from it is reduced, and it's kind of OP. It doesn't even really like matter if you shield at the correct time. You just can't get hit by an ancient
game.
guardian.
Yeah.
It's a great game, and that's why I can't wait for number 2.
What's your favorite Switch game?
Switch.
Probably both. What?
I would say that, but I got another one.
See, like an actual. See, you can
Animal
say
Crossing.
Switch game, but you're looking at
Animal
Nintendo
Crossing.
game. At the moment, playing Skyward Sword, which is taking forever, but I really like the history behind the whole Zelda series because that's the first. Like how Link gets the Master Sword, the story behind it, shit like that. The lore behind it's cool.
But is that your favorite Switch game?
Yeah, I think Breath of the Wild.
I think Breath of the Wild is like there's no doubt about it.
I think it's undisputable.
It's a great game, but I've got to call it on 1-2 Switch. The best Switch party game ever.
Oh, party game.
Yes,
No,
it
the game.
Oh, that's my favorite game.
So you play this by yourself.
You can't play by yourself.
You can't check.
We didn't say it was a solo. It had to be a solo
Odyssey.
game.
Super Mario Odyssey is probably up there with one of the better
Someone says it's like really up there.
ones. It's fucking good.
Look,
I haven't
got
played it.
Super
I've watched-
Mario
I've
Party
watched
and I haven't
videos
played
on
it
it.
yet.
I've got
Everyone else has played it, but not me.
Mario Tennis.
I love how you have it, but everyone else has played it.
I buy my Switch games, like my Switch party games, for everyone else to play because I used to buy them for games. Not I used to buy
Wait.
all my party games for games. Not
Mario
games Not.
Party would be a fun thing to film for everyone.
I mean, if you want to go and get your Switch and you bring it in once we finish this, and I can download Mario Party on your Switch for you.
But I don't. Wait, what?
If you have my account, you can download my
Oh,
games.
bullshit. Oh, that's like how Xbox used to be before they realized they were losing so much income
Yeah.
because everyone was doing it.
Well, that's what they get.
And that
PlayStation
brings me
does
to
that.
why I buy hard copies of games rather than buying fucking, software because once I finish playing a game and I'm never going to play it again, I just palm it off to someone who fucking wants to play
Well,
it.
I'm a PC user, so I'm pretty.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you're
you go
PC
straight up.
user,
I've
you
I've got
straight
to
up
download
software.
games unless I have a fucking
But-
CD insert.
Like, yeah, I love having hard copies because, like, I finish it and then I'll just palm it off and you can just throw it in your console or whatever, download it and start playing it.
yeah, but then you can't play it.
Yeah,
You
well,
want to play it again.
I've probably clocked it 3 times over.
Yeah, but if
and
you
I'm
want to play it
just
like
over
multiplayer, I mean, you don't play multiplayer games.
I'm more of like a fucking solo game,
You're
man.
a
Not gonna
solo
lie. I'm more in it for like a fucking very like graphic story.
Plays very solo gamer.
But see,
I do play. I
I'm
used to
better
play a
both.
lot.
See,
of
I play
multiplayer.
Valorant. I play Valorant. I'm fucking pretty try hard.
it's very, very heavy. Well, it's only
But
multiplayer. game.
Valorant is Valorant is only try hard. But
What's that
Valorant, you
like?
have to be try hard.
Is that the one where
It's
it's,
just
like
a
World
try
War
hard
II?
game, same as Overwatch.
Overwatch? Yeah.
Overwatch, Valiant, all those sort of games, try hard games.
Is Valiant the one where it's like World War
Valorant.
II?
No, Valorant's like
I think I'm in a
modern.
different game.
You're thinking about
Valorant's like CS:GO, but like brighter.
You know, you've seen the screenshots of the shit I'm fucking talking about.
you're talking about that game that you were talking about a few weeks ago.
I think so. Yeah. It's an
The
online. It's
one
like
with the
it's
fella
like
with the dog.
Oh no! That's not Valiant Hearts. Tear jerker.
There you go. Valiant Hearts is the one.
No,
that I was thinking
no.
of.
Yeah, but no, this is a different game. I'm thinking of Vigor or Viger, however you want to pronounce it, Vigo.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
haven't
That's
seen
that's
much
just
of
like
that
an
one.
online multiplayer Fortnite, but very like World War II-ish, like snowy.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, Valiant Hearts is a fucking sad game.
Yeah, you did say that.
It
We've
is-
already been on that, Clay.
It
Come
is
on,
so
man.
sad.
Kingdom
Come
Hearts.
on.
Shut
I haven't
You've been
played
the kind
any.
of guy that play World of
They
Warcraft.
would have,
and League of
they would have to
Legends.
be on Switch though. What? Kingdom Hearts. They don't have to be
Yeah,
on Switch.
it's on everything.
Is it? Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts.
anything Nintendo.
You know, I was-
Oh, I heard a little rumor, right?
Did
They
you?
might be bringing GBA games to Switch. Like, you know, so with Switch you can get like whatchamacall? Like you can play like normal SNES games, fucking NES.
If you get the pass and you pay for online, you can. Yeah.
No, you can get most of them without it, but actually, yeah, I do have online. Maybe not. Yeah.
Yeah,
Might
I'm
be
pretty
right.
sure you got to have online
But-
and pay for get the pass free, but you have to pay for online.
But they might be bringing GBA games in, but also that contradicts. If they bring GBA games in, they're not putting the fucking Pokemons there, man. They're not going to do it. Like, as much as I want to play Emerald on Switch, it's not going to happen.
You wonder why companies don't do that. Like it would.
There
be
would be so much money if they brought out Emerald on
man.
Switch.
The
I think
amount of money.
Emerald would have to be the highest, second highest fucking Pokemon ever born.
But like
Is that
company.
what the GBA games is? I wasn't really listening. Sorry, I was too focused on the alcohol. What's a GBA game?
So Game Boy Advance.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So like Emerald.
Just sort of like how Sony just released their new PlayStation scheme where they bring it back all the PS1 games and PS2 games.
Yeah.
Another thing like that is like, imagine if Nintendo had rights to gave Funko rights to make pop vinyls with Nintendo.
Yeah, but Nintendo is so fucking like hardcore and they're like
Yeah.
They're
copyright.
very
and stuff.
fucking strict.
They're
But
so-
imagine
Then
how much,
again, you're looking at like maybe some of the biggest games are Nintendo.
But imagine how much.
Yeah, but man, why aren't they just more lenient on people and just like companies as well? Like they'd make so
they-
much money.
Imagine
But
how
they
much.
fucking
How many
look
people
like-
would buy a fucking Mario Kart
But see,
pop vinyl?
you know,
Oh,
you know what
Zelda-
the issue
or a
is. You know what the
Zelda
issue
pop
is. Amiibos are basically Nintendo's version
Yeah.
of a vinyl.
No,
like a
but
But
see,
they-
pop.
you use them. That's
Oh,
that's
no.
a thing. You
That,
actually
so it's a
use
2-in-1. It's
Dude, you're looking at Skylanders. They did that ages ago, cunt.
yeah, but that's Amiibo's Nintendo's version doing it. It's having a figure of like your favorite character, whatever, but also being able to use it. It's like a 2-in-1. It's almost better, except with a pop vinyl, you don't ever take it out of the box. I know people that buy Amiibos are the same too. Some of them don't ever take them out of the box, but
I take pop vinyls out of the box unless they're special.
well, Fairly Brody doesn't do it. I haven't ever seen him do it anyway.
I've got an unboxed Charmander and an unboxed Vaporeon. They both
Actually.
cost $200 now.
I apologize. I'm incorrect. He has got like a huge Hulk buster with Hulk in it. I believe that's outside of the box.
I've got a big Hulk 10-inch.
I've kept all my pops
I
inside the
think-
boxes.
He's got something else.
No, I got a
too.
Thor. Thor Ragnarok. I've got Hulk. Yeah. The Thor Ragnarok Hulk.
You know how geeky Fairly Brody is with Marvel stuff?
He loves.
I'm not a big Marvel fan.
Last night we went and watched the new Thor, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even know this, but the cinema we went to, I'm assuming not just that cinema, but all these other cinemas, their popcorn buckets and their drink cups were like Thor Love and Thunder
Yeah.
based.
So they're
I
related
think
to the movie.
I think the buckets themselves, the popcorn buckets, were actually made of steel.
Have you seen the
So Brody himself, he was so mad, man. He really wanted these things. He ended up finding a popcorn bucket in the bin, and he ended up taking it. He ended
Wow.
up taking it
Holy
home
fuck.
because he wanted it so much, man.
That's
I was like,
commitment.
really?
Fairly Brody, the Marvel boy.
He is the biggest Marvel geek I know, man.
did you just go up to watch that?
Yeah, because they drag me along. Because if I don't see it, then they yap in my ear about all the spoilers.
You,
for, like-
Fairly Brody, and
I was in the
Oh,
chat
there's
for
a
that.
whole crew, man.
oh really?
What was that?
I was in the chat for that. I
Tim?
didn't go.
Tim?
You would have been in the chat for the last one we went to see, and Brody just renamed it.
Probably, yeah.
The last one we went to see was Multiverse of Madness, and I think you were meant to come to that, but then you went, no.
I still want to see
Yeah, I
this.
still gotta watch that.
I still want to see the Despicable Me movie, the Minions
Oh,
movie.
Minions, and we were going to go dress up in suits?
Yeah, just
Not allowed to. You're not allowed to.
What do you mean?
Dude, there's cinemas putting signs up like, hey, I know, like, this is a meme and shit, but if we see a large group dressed in suits going to see this movie,
Yeah, because there's been cops.
we won't let you in.
There was cops calling
Why?
them. I seen a thing.
Because there was a group,
Yeah,
right?
they got
During the
cops.
movie, they went out the front of in front of the screen and
Yeah.
started just having a rave.
They raved. Yeah, they got cops called on them, and it must have been America.
There
But
was a lot of
it was like
them
a
at the
mosh
front.
pit.
You're looking at the front row of the cinema just here, like there's a fair bit
Not
of
even in
space.
seats.
Dude, it was like packed.
Yeah, they were like cheering and shit, like a mosh pit.
They're just clapping
Sure.
and applauding and fucking
Hey.
moshing and shit.
Obviously, the families that are paid to watch the fucking movie weren't able to watch it.
Bad time to
Yeah.
take your fucking kids out.
Kids, yeah.
I feel bad for that sort of thing. I mean, I remember doing it back in high school. We went and watched that Planes movie.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you
the
were there
Planes.
for that with us.
Oh, maybe.
With, I think,
It was pretty bad.
I'll bleep the name out, but Miss there, and there was a bunch of other teachers. We went. Just bleep the name out. We went on a bus trip. Fuck me, gotta bleep all this shit out. And went to the cinema and watched it. And it was like, I don't know, it was midday. So
Yeah.
they might have just put on specifically for us, but I believe there were other families
Yeah.
in the cinema.
I feel
watching
like
it
we
with
went
us.
to that.
And man, we
Yeah,
were just
yeah,
like
yeah.
just like spinning yarns the whole time, laughing, giggling, just speaking shit the whole movie. And like the teacher was like, "You gotta be quiet.
It was
There's
one of
other
the-
people here." And then everyone's just like having fun doing this and that. Then I think back and I'm like, man, I feel bad, but I don't because it was fun.
Throwing popcorn and shit.
Yeah, just like throwing popcorn, just like yelling out.
If you
and
sit in the
screaming
back
and
seats and
clapping
you throw
shit
popcorn
and
in
being
the
like,
right
"Ugh."
place where the projector is,
Yeah,
you
it goes
fuck
on
the
the
whole
screen.
movie.
Nah, it goes on the screen.
How would you do that though? Because it's so high up and it like.
Dude, you
it's
sit in the
just-
back seats. You
I mean, the only way you could do it is if people like put popcorn on a stick and just like held it there.
No,
'Cause
no,
it's
no,
so
no.
far
And you
up.
toss it up, it goes up and comes back down. You just keep doing
Unless
it.
you somehow throw
you
it
could do
through
that.
throw it through the glass. Throw a
That's
rock.
perspex though. I'm pretty sure they put like perspex or glass or something like directly. in
Or you
front
just
of
go
the
to
lens.
America to a Batman movie and shoot it up.
What? Can't? Did that actually happen?
Hey. Dude, there
ages
was a
ago.
mass shooting.
You sure?
Ages
Wait, there
ago,
was
in
a
the
mass
cinema,
shooting
yeah.
for just like a 4th of July parade.
They call it the
Someone was
Oakland-
like, time to shoot.
Oakland shooting? I think it was.
Yeah, I think
There's
so.
a new shooting every day. There's probably a new shooting
No,
every
that was the new one's the Parkland.
12 hours in America.
There's the new one's the
Oh.
Parkland shooting. It was the 7 killed or some shit.
American viewers can disagree with me, but like,
4th
I
of
reckon the
July.
idea of, hey, that guy has a gun, maybe if, everyone else had guns, they could take out this cunt with a gun. Like, that ideology doesn't stick with me. Like, hey, there's a school shooting. Well, if all the fucking kids had guns, they could fucking defend themselves. No, it's,
Such a great idea, Clay.
no, it's
You should be a politic.
It's a fucking stupid idea. Look, see now.
I feel pretty safe. In
Well, the
Australia.
Second Amendment was written. Wait, the Second
Who
Amendment
doesn't
was
feel safe
written
in
in a
Australia?
time where it took fucking a minute to reload after one shot. Just over a minute, cunt. And like, now you're popping off 30 rounds in 6 seconds or whatever, less.
Oh yeah, 30 rounds. Yeah, even yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like
an
what?
insane
Like
amount.
what the fuck? You really think the cunts that wrote the fucking Declaration of Independence would have ever thought that in their right mind?
and like Steven Crowder defending it and all that. Like the YouTubers.
Does he defend it? No, I thought he was against
He
it. was
does. No, he defends it.
Probably
God damn,
does.
no, it's
I'd
a-
see him defending it, but I mean, like half of them are going to defend it, half of them aren't. What do you do?
They only
really?
defend it for because they don't want to change their opinion. I don't know. They don't
Joe
wanna-
Biden, after the
Well-
last big shooting, was like, well, Australia doesn't have shootings like this. Why don't we do their gun, like how their
Joe
gun laws are?"
Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden. Yeah.
Are you sure he said that?
Yes, I can pull up the fucking audio recording and video of it. I watched it. I was like, yo, he's fucking onto something. He's
He's
like,
thinking-
what are these shootings happening anywhere in the world? Like, Australia
got-
does this. And I'm like,
Gun laws.
yeah, our gun law. So I have my firearms license, my class A and B. And so you do your gun safety course, then you can apply for your license. And then it's a 2-month screening process of you as a person, whether you deserve to have a license. If you fucking maybe beat children on the street or some shit, they're going to be like, no, you're not getting your fucking firearms license. Well, they look towards criminal history, anything you've done, anything under law-wise. And then from that, they'll process on. And after them 2 months, they will probably send you your gun license if there's no red flags.
Do you get that sent like in a mail, or you got to go and collect it?
It goes in the mail.
Really?
But you have to do it, like the forms you have to hand in just to get your gun license. You have to first do the courses to be available get the gun license.
How much does it cost total?
I think I paid for the course. It was like 180 or 150. And then I think I paid my gun license was for 3 years, which was like, I don't know, I think that was like 120 or some shit. I can't remember the exact price for
$300.
for fucking.
Altogether.
And then, and then that was about it. But to do it, you have to get like so much documentation, your fucking birth certificates, your Medicare cards, shit like that. And then you have to go get it stamped by a
JP, Justice of the Peace.
someone at the police office, man. And then they send that away. Then you got to wait 2 months. And then you might get it. And then to get a gun, you have to buy it. Then you have to wait like fucking another month or two. And then you can get your gun because they have to do like there has to be a waiting period before you can get the gun. But the cool part about Australian fucking gun law is, so say I have a 223, as the caliber, and say it's pretty fucking old. I can trade that in. I can give you a 223. I can get a brand new 223 back.
For free.
For free. But as long as it's that caliber. I can give you a Remington and get a higher price Winchester. There might be some cases where you're paying just a little bit, but it's not much.
Wow, that's pretty good. I remember I went to a gun club in the Gold Coast anyway a while back, and we were asking if we could bring the shells back home with us, and they were like, no, that's like a big no. Do you, as a gun owner, have to like collect, like if you're going firing, if you're like on someone else's property or something like that, like shooting a gun or something like that, if you can do that, do you have to go and collect your shells, or like
I think it's just a courtesy to pick up your own shells.
Yeah.
I think it's like you're not going to eat Macca's and then leave your bag out in some kind's property. It's you pick up your shells, shit like that. Like it's only common decency.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
If it's your own property, leave shells and shit. Some people leave shells rolling around in your ute. Can't really do that. Like, you're not supposed to have any ammunition, even if it's not live, just laying around in your ute.
What if you're carrying it to a different location?
So there is a law. So you can't store your bolt of your rifle with your ammunition. I don't know why it's the bolt and the ammunition.
Because it strikes it and follows it.
Yeah, but there's nothing a bolt can do by itself because it's separated from the rifle. That action can't be finished to fire the fucking ammunition. But so, your bolt, your ammunition can't be stored together. So there has to be a separate component, and then your rifle can't be stored with your ammunition or your bolt unless you can keep the bolt in your rifle as long as there's a trigger lock, which is just a little fucking piece of plastic that goes behind your trigger. Can't squeeze it. You can't close it. Yeah. And then you can leave your bolt in your rifle with your ammunition.
And what's that cost you, like $15?
Yeah, it costs you fuck all. It literally
costs
$15.
It should cost you like 20 cents, man.
The biggest controversy in America, though, is the mandatory wait times. I feel like a lot of the Second Amendment defenders don't agree with the mandatory wait time because it's a 48-hour mandatory wait time before you can buy a gun.
48 hours compared to about 2 months. That's insane. Like, I think, in my opinion, I think 2 months. 2 months is like a long time, but it's also, I guess it's a good screening period. But I just feel like it's a long time.
But see,
look, they're not
right wingers in America don't even believe in wait times. They reckon you should just get a gun straight away.
Look, the thing about that screening process is, if you go for a gun license, there's the possibility you could be some fucking cunt that's like, oh, I'm gonna shoot some cunts. So that screening process, it's looking at one, what you've done in the past.
Yeah.
But second, how you're doing in them 2 months.
Yeah. But
So you could be within them 2
twice.
months. You could have lost your shit. Within them 2 months, you could have fucking just started beating cunts and fucking. You could have rocked around with the cops. Within that 2 months, they're like, okay, is he safe to own a rifle? Is there anything going on here? Like fucking. Why is he going for his license? Shit like that.
You get screened twice, though. You get screened once when you're applying for the license, and then you get screened the second time.
During that
you get
application
screened
process.
during the application. And then you also get screened for 2 months while trying to acquire the gun you've already purchased.
America now.
No, that 2 months is just waiting for your license still.
Mm.
And then then you want to get a rifle. You've got to wait a period. Can't remember what the exact period is, but you've got to wait for that rifle. And that's still just another like screening process.
Yeah, right.
See, the government's very strong on that.
You're
but
making
it's
lots of
not,
noise over there.
it's not as long as you think it is, man. It's actually quite chill. But
Yeah.
also with Australia gun law, like, you don't have to own a rifle. Like, I don't have to own a rifle. So I have someone that owns a rifle and I'm going out shooting with him, like hunting, whatever. You know, if he gives me permission to use the rifle, that's okay, as long as I'm holding the correct license to use it.
So if you're a kid, you're not at all allowed to use a gun.
You are.
Yeah.
As long as that kid is with someone with the correct license and the correct training to use that rifle, I can give him permission.
Is that the same with any age?
Yeah.
So I could
There
go
should be
out
an
with
age
you. I could go out with you and use your gun as long as you were supervising me.
Yep.
Fair enough. I mean, technically,
But
it's the same with driving a car.
Any fault, that's on
Or
me.
driving a boat.
I can get like a 5-year fucking
Go to
jail
jail.
sentence
Yeah.
if anything goes south.
Yeah, fair enough.
If I don't store my gun correctly, I can get fucked over. It's very strict,
Yeah.
but if you're just not a dumb cunt about it, because gun safety is important. If you're not a dumb cunt about it, there's nothing you should be worried about.
Look, it's not that bad because now that you say that, what I think about is how a person goes through getting their learner's license to drive a car, or someone that wants to drive a boat under the supervision of someone with their boat license. It's technically the same thing. There's a lot of dangers, probably not as much involved in a gun, but still a high amount of risk involved in
of
driving a
course there
car
is.
or driving a boat.
Then as there is with shooting. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're still letting that person that's inexperienced drive these high-powered vehicles or whatever that also are very lethal, technically.
You're looking at a low caliber. Fuck, if he holds it down and swings it towards you, loaded or not, say it is loaded, and he accidentally squeezes the trigger, bumps it in the wrong way. You've got, at the lowest caliber, say a 22, just shell, not magnum, anything like that. That travels at about 600 feet a second. That's going on you. That can kill you at the right fucking spot. Now, you got a 223, fucking doesn't matter where it hits you, you're going to be bleeding. You'd be fucking, be lucky. 308, you're going to have a fucking decent fucking dent
big
in you.
hole.
Yeah.
America going backwards with
12
that.
gauge, you're going to have an actual basketball shaped hole in you. Fucking,
Well, look at the other law they've introduced. The big controversy at the moment.
what's this?
Roe v. Wade.
Oh, is that
The
abortion one?
abortion. Yeah.
I'll stay out
So
of
now-
that. I'm not a woman.
I'm not a woman. Look,
I'm not listening.
You know, women can have the choice. Look,
So you're pro-choice.
it's not up to
So,
us.
see, you've chosen a side.
So you're pro-choice.
I believe women should have the right to choose.
See,
But
right.
I believe that, say a woman gets pregnant, it's by accident. Look, it should be her choice whether she wants to keep it or not. But I also believe it should be a thing of, if this kid is going to be raised in a healthy environment, say the woman that gets pregnant is broke, no job, fucking living a shit life, no health, like, this is unhygienic shit like that. That kid's not going to grow up with a great life. Like, it's not humane to fucking put a kid in that situation.
No. Depending on what trimester you're killing them.
Look, yeah. Some people say it's as soon as it has a heartbeat. I think
What's that? Third trimester.
I spoke with my dad about this because he's very religious. Obviously.
Jamie is
he religious?
he's religious, but he's
Yeah, we're very
he's a
religious.
very wise man.
He is, and because I talked to him about it, because I was sort of like, yeah, look, I agree, like you should be allowed to get abortions. He's like, that's a big no-no. That's like against their religion. I was like, what do you mean? He said, look, as soon as there is something, there's life, and you're taking that life, and you cannot take life. And I was sort of like, well, I mean, that's sort of fair, but I mean, there is life there, but at what point does that life become self-conscious?
I believe
sort of
that
thing?
life, like true life, is
I
when it becomes sentient. But that, I reckon, as soon as it comes out, it's aware. It's aware. It mightn't be able to remember it. It might be able to communicate, but it is
Something
aware
can't
that.
remember things till it's bloody at least
Yeah,
bloody
but
2 or 3 or 4. So
But as soon as it's out, it's sentient. There's something completely different.
but banning abortion.
Till then, it's eyes closed. It's fucking comfy. It's fucking. There's nothing going on.
Banning
There's no
abortion.
thought.
Banning abortion won't stop abortion. It'll just prevent women from
No,
getting
I
it done
believe
safely.
I believe abortion should
Well,
be okay, but
wow.
it should be
I
should be circumstantial.
Abortion. Yeah, sorry. I was going to say adoption.
you're right, but I think you're wrong still too. There, I think it will continue to happen, but it will happen less. I think if abortion were legal, it would happen more often, but under guided circumstances where it's more done safely and appropriately and stuff like that, and under the right mindset, because people that do that sort of thing, they'd have to get evaluated and made sure that they're psychologically sound and stuff like that. They have to get screened technically.
Look, you're also looking at the case of like what's the reasoning behind you having this abortion, such as like
That's what
fuck,
I mean.
if you're 15, fuck me, you still have to go through school. If you want to go to uni, shit like that, you can't do that with a kid. Shout out to the people that have done that with a kid, though. That's fucking incredible if you have, but
in that
you
situation,
know, that just makes it so difficult, man.
there's still, I'm sure there's a way that they get around that. I'm sure they sort of could be like, you have parents, they can also look after them, or
But
you have the
some
choice
parents
to
can't,
put it
man.
up for adoption, which is still very sad and
I don't
very
know.
stupid. But
Adoption is like last case scenario. Like, I think adoption's great. I'd fucking love to adopt a kid one day, but it's sad to have that process to go through where like you have to give up your child, stuff like that, and that's usually when you find it in the later trimesters, man. Like you find out you're pregnant. Some people fucking don't know for ages. Well, some people are pregnant, but they're like, I don't want to take this. I don't want to go through abortion. I just want to like have the kid. Like, life is a life.
yeah, no, that's fair. Well,
It's a process.
what were you gonna say on it?
I said, I don't know about you, but I'm
Feeling 22.
feeling 22. Nah,
Feeling like we shouldn't really speak on this topic because we're not women.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I believe women should. Oh, honestly,
I'm keen for
women should have
a
the choice.
game of don't
You want to play some?
stop talking and it won't
Yeah.
explode.
Keep talking,
we
nobody
might be playing that
explodes.
very, very, very
I
soon.
feel like
What time are we at, boys?
I can't see.
Look, it's getting pretty late, so
I feel like a game of that would be the top off the night.
me and Sunny might play some shit soon for you fellas, but that will be on a different episode later
It'll
on.
be on probably a different day too. Yeah,
yeah.
maybe. I don't know. Depends.
We'll
Have you ever
see.
been injured at work, Caleb?
We had a lot of topics tonight.
Yeah, well, we skipped one that was
Yeah, that was
supposed
like
to be
the
the main
thing that
one.
was meant to happen
Caleb.
actually. So quickly,
Quickly,
Yeah.
let's go through it. Hey, Caleb, have you ever had like a big injury at work? Now, workplace health and safety, fucking very strict. You
I think
you just couldn't hear that, but it was very loud. Workplace health and
that was
safety,
my fault.
very
That one
important.
there was my
but
fault.
also very strict.
This could
as
take
long as you
forever.
follow the processes. Caleb, you ever been injured at work?
Yes, but no
Electrocute.
big ones.
What's the
Electrocute.
biggest injury you've ever had?
None as substantial as yours, 40. What was your big injury?
Well, I don't know if it's my biggest injury. I only have two.
No, that is definitely your biggest injury.
Well, okay.
It is
it's
still
probably
technically your
it's
biggest
probably
injury.
the one that could have killed me.
It can still kill you.
It still killed
technically.
me, I guess.
Grabbing
So,
a 240.
I was at work and I was grinding, and I was grinding on a weird angle in which the lead. Oh no! Well,
I guess this is a story for next week.
this is a story for. Do we have time for like a quick little snippet after this?
We'll quickly change that camera and then we'll get everyone out.
All right.
Nah, let's just talk about it next week.
Yeah,
All right, you know what? Actually, you know what? We talked about
Next
this
week's
on
topic
the
is gonna be
podcast. We didn't
workplace.
even do. This will be on next week's topic, or we can talk about it while gaming. One of the two. No, we won't talk about it.
Nah, that's definitely
Leave it in
gonna happen.
suspense. I nearly fucking died at work. I'll leave you with that.
That is suspenseful. We'll see you next episode.
Hey, shout out. Also, Like, comment, subscribe. It really helps us in the motherfucking
Like,
algorithm.
comment, and subscribe.
It actually really helps us in the algorithm.
Fairly 40's looking in the camera that's not recording right now. And so
I'm
No,
trying,
it doesn't
I'm trying
record
to
until
angle
it turns
myself
off.
onto the camera that is
it
recording.
is off. As soon as that writing comes up, I've told you this. As soon as
bullshit.
the writing's up, it's off.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
off.
well, I'm
Even
gonna,
I know that.
I'm going to look at Caleb and he's going to copy what I'm doing. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really fucking helps us in the algorithm. We want money. Money.
Money.
See you in the next episode. Goodbye.